Hey folks, and welcome to Drinking Alone with Friends, a podcast where three friends drink alone together. My name's Chris.
What up? It's Tud.
And I'm Obert.
And we are back. Chris and I, I think, are 99.99% more sober this week than we were last week.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, and, you know...
And 100% more in different houses. So that makes everything a lot easier for me.
Correct.
Yes.
But we're also still in the same state.
Right.
Also true. Not for much longer, though. Like, you guys, I bid good riddance to Connecticut tomorrow morning
Good
as
riddance,
I venture
huh?
back to North Carolina. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's bittersweet. Like, I'm excited to be back home, where it's still warm.
Is it cold in Connecticut?
I mean, it's like it
No.
was like what was it, Nick? -40 the other day, something like that. That's what I felt like.
It's
A little chilly. It's cold with the wind chill. I mean,
I will review the weather for the past week.
oh, my favorite segment.
It has been in the 70s and 80s every day, except
Not
for today.
80s. Not 80s.
It got to 80 on Saturday, and it got to 80 on Friday.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
I hereby declare. Well, but the feels like you have to go with the feels like the real feel.
Today it got up to a balmy 63, and it was pouring.
Oh.
It was a rainy day.
Connecticut was crying because Chris is going back to North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
You're welcome.
You made Connecticut cry.
Yeah, but it was a fun trip. I mean, it was good. So Tud, I know we were talking the other day because we were drinking till 3:30 in the morning.
I will say I'm happy that that's not going to happen tonight.
Well, last
the
night
night is young.
Tud's like, I'm not drinking till 3:30 in the morning today, and lo and behold, we crack our last beer at like 3:10, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to bed." But I was like, I grossly miscalculated. There we go. The amount of beer that I have to bring home.
You told me last night you were bringing 2 cases.
Yep. I know. That's what I said, but that's not what it is. So I think I
have
have
more or less.
More. I think I have closer to 3 cases. So
okay.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but like it was one of those things where, well, by half. But yeah, I was. It's one of those things where I was like, I didn't go to like one place and buy like a case from this one brewery, but like I picked up like a 4-pack here, like maybe couple 4-packs in this package store, and then like I went to this brewery and bought some cans, and then lo and behold, that equals it all adds up.
Too much beer.
It all adds up. So,
but this is a beer review podcast, so I gotta ask, in all of your time up until 3:30 in the morning every day, drinking all these Connecticut beers, do you have any that stood out in your mind as like stuff that you maybe hadn't had before, were really excited about? What was like the best beers that you had in all your time in Connecticut?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, so the stuff that I was drinking of Tud was from Tud's bottle collection, I should say. So it was like some of his barreled soul stuff and some other limited edition stuff. One beer that came to mind that was like extremely good was we had the Toxiversary 2 from Tox Brewing Company, and I believe Tud's had that on the podcast.
Yeah, I reviewed it on the podcast.
That was the one with all the little pictures from all their other beers, right? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And that was extremely good. That was probably one of the better ones that I had. I think I gave it like a 4.5, I think. But there was like quite a few that were like 4.25. There was one at a brewery.
How about Left Hand Path? Is that?
Oh, Left Hand Path. Yes. Oh, we had that too. That was the barley wine from Labyrinth that Tud had on the podcast. So we go to Labyrinth one day. I forgot what day it was. But we go.
I don't blame you.
It was last week before we recorded.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were. Okay.
Well, there was a number of places we were, but actually the number was only 2. But but no, it's so we're at Labyrinth, and I get a flight. Now their flights have 6 generous pours in them, so I get my flight of 6 pours, and Ted's like, "Oh well, we just filled our beers, so get something." and he was like, "Oh, have the left-hand path." And our waitress or bartender or whatever was extremely nice, and she was like, "Oh, it's a barley wine." I didn't even think about it. I was like, "Whatever." I was like, "Yeah, I like barley wines." So she brings it over. It's a whole English pint. So what's that? The 16.9 ounces, but it's like 14.5% alcohol. I was like, son of a bitch. So I ended up drinking that whole thing after my flights. So I was like, he tricked me. But it was good. It's very good. And then there's we went to Counterweight, and that was fun. I'd never been, so that was like one of the bucket list breweries I wanted to go to. And it was good. I mean, obviously the brew was good. The beer was amazing. There was like a Protect Your Neck, which was an IPA that I'll probably have on the podcast coming soon because I bought a 4-pack. But it was very good, very good. So, we were talking about it. And like being back home in Connecticut with all these breweries around here, it's just like it's hard to go anywhere else. Like everything is so close and everything is so good.
Yeah, it's you don't need to travel outside of Connecticut very often if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me jealous for all your delicious beer access. But as you've said before, if you lived in Asheville, you would be divorced and poor and homeless. So it sounds like you got a little taste of that this weekend of just the too much beer all the time.
Yeah, that's true. But long drive tomorrow, and then we'll be back home. So that'll be exciting.
So last week we made a joke about Obert's birthday and how Chris and I were really good at remembering with birthday emails and birthday texts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also because Obert had to put up with drunk Tud and drunk Chris. Drunk Tud decided to buy sober Obert. Sobert? I'm gonna
say
Sobert.
that one three times fast.
I like Sobert.
Yeah.
He decided to buy Sobert a present. And it arrived. I ordered it last Tuesday. It's Monday.
There's a reason why I don't have Amazon Prime.
I don't understand how Montana works.
No, Amazon Prime doesn't work.
It took this long. So I bought you a gift. And I made you go out and get it before we started the podcast today. So before we drink beers, I would like you to open your gift.
Okay, good. Yeah, this literally ended up at my doorstep at like 4 p.m. this afternoon, or maybe 5 p.m. this afternoon. So just making the cutoff for the podcast. It's like they knew. But it feels very funnel shaped. So I don't know what we have here.
Kind of funnel shaped.
I don't know, maybe it's a bell for a bicycle?
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Let's find out. Here we go.
He reaches his hand in, he pulls it out, and it's...
Sea Star cast iron with... Okay, hang on. I guess I gotta keep opening it. I don't know. I don't know what it is yet. It's indecipherable. It's good opening audio, though.
I know, right? Our ASMR fans are getting a bit extra this week.
Is that what ASMR people like? Just random opening sounds?
They like noises. I don't know what it means.
Okay. There's a reason why you're not an ASMR Twitch streamer.
Exactly.
I was somewhere, and the woman that I was talking to was listening to ASMR of somebody eating an apple.
Interesting.
I was very confused, and I asked her about it.
Some people like that stuff.
I asked her about it, and she kind of laughed and giggled about it, and then didn't really respond to my question.
Maybe she likes apples. Tis the season. Okay, this is ridiculous, by the way. I don't know who sealed this, but it's like the worst packaging ever. Okay, I think I got it. I cracked it. We'll see. They just masking taped all over this thing. That was layer one. This is audio gold. Audio gold for our podcast now at this point. It's
like a giant ball of duct tape.
Basically.
It's just a little marble on the inside.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if I had ordered like a duct tape ball and the entire thing was just layers of duct tape and it was really no gift.
I'm getting closer. It looks like a metal witch's hat.
It's starting to take shape.
Oh,
I can assure you that
it's a grizzly bottle opener, wall-mounted bottle opener Very nice. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now maybe I should put it right next to the whiteboard so I could
There
just
you
turn
go.
around and crack open the beers for the podcast.
I figured that it was something that you didn't. I know you didn't have one. I know we struggled to find a bottle opener in your house sometimes, but I also figured that you're in Montana and grizzlies are a thing, and I figured that you might like a grizzly bottle opener.
And if it's screwed to the wall, I can never lose it.
That is very true.
Well, thank you guys,
Yes.
especially Drunk Tud. But I'll give you both
I did
credit.
nothing.
It's like when mom and dad give you your Christmas presents, and like dad is just as surprised as you are when you open
He's
it.
like, "Oh my god, what did we get you?"
That's really cool.
Yeah. Chris playing Ultimate Beer Dad on this one for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thanks. So, should I use this to open up my beer right now, or does somebody else? I think I went first last week because I needed to catch up. But
I mean, it's up to you. I can go or you can go. It's up. I think you should. You just got a bottle opener. I feel like you should probably open it with your new bottle opener.
Here we go.
Unfortunately, it's a can.
Shh, you're ruining the mystery. This is what I've been excited to bring to the podcast for a while, so I'm glad to have it on. It's kind of like, well, okay, I'll just show it. I'll just tell you. It's from Bozeman Bubbles Company, and it's their pineapple upside down cake hazy hard seltzer.
Ooh,
yeah,
interesting.
So it's like a smooge type thing. I don't know if we've identified if hazy hard seltzer is its own type now, but here we go. Using my bottle opener to open this bottle of hazy seltzer. Oh yeah, there we go. Got a good crack on that bottle. But yeah, very like Japanese looking animation, pineapple on the front. Looks kind of like a boba tea type of a can label, just like lots of fun, colorful bubbles all over it with a funny looking pineapple sitting on an anthropomorphic cake. They're having fun. Not too much fun, just enough fun.
As much fun as cake and pineapples can have.
Yeah. But yeah, let's take a look. It looks thick, not like 4C thick or like 4T thick. We're not adding extra T's onto this thick. But definitely doesn't look like a seltzer I've ever drank before. I can say that much. It smells like pineapple. It smells like boozy pineapple, like pineapple flavored vodka maybe. Not that strong, but it just smells like that artificial pineapple taste, you know? But I'm going to dig right into it.
It looks like clamato juice.
Yeah, it's definitely like a gross purplish reddish color. Probably want you to drink this one from a glass you can't see into. An opaque glass. But I didn't mention it yet. It's 8.5% alcohol, 210 calories. I'm assuming 0 IBUs. Less than 1 gram of protein. That's got the little nutrition facts on the side.
Well, at least it has some, though.
It's true.
Get swole.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to dig right in.
It's beer 30, and I'm thirsty. I've been working like a dog all week long, so maybe something cold won't hurt me. 'Cause it's beer 30, and it's time to party. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby, indeed. This is tasty. This is really good.
I figured it might be.
Yeah. I think when Jenna was first talking about these, we got to have Jenna back on, by the way. Jenna, if you're listening, we're always welcome on the show.
So fun fact, we've invited Jenna to come back on October 25th.
Okay. Get your costumes ready.
Yes, for the Halloween episode.
Last episode before Halloween. I guess our next episode would be like an All Saints Day episode. I don't know. But that'll be exciting when Jenna comes back. But when she first was talking about the smooge, and I was like, just make a smoothie and pour vodka into it, I could see why this is different. This is definitely not as thick as a smoothie. It's definitely like you don't need a straw or anything to drink it. It drinks like a fruited sour in a way where it's got that thick jamminess of the fruit in it. Is that the right word? Jamminess? I don't know. It's got that fruit thickness.
I think so. Yeah.
That pectin.
I prefer jamness.
It's got that jamness. But it's really a nice, easy drinker. I would have guessed way more than 210 calories, but as we've discussed, I have no idea how many calories are in a normal beer. So I really like it. unlike anything I've ever had before, which is always cool. I hope that I had to go all the way down to Missoula to find this from the Bozeman Bubbles Company.
I like the name.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's a fun can. When I went and bought one, they were like, "Oh, you can't just take one of these. You got to have a couple." So I grabbed the second one. Looking forward to that whenever I get around to it. But
the same flavor variety,
yeah, they only had the one, unfortunately. But I hope I see more of it. I hope that they do more. And it's interesting. I wonder if it's just like a hard seltzer place that does these hazy ones, or if they do maybe see-through seltzers as well.
Yeah, or maybe all their seltzers are, maybe it's like Spindrift, where they only do hazy seltzers, but like this is like their only alcohol version.
Maybe. It's a good point. I don't know. This is fun. There's a picture of a very sad baby with like do not give to, like a circle with a line through it on it, and then next to the baby, like, you know, like for toys for kids, like it says like no 0 to 3. This says 0 to 20. Like, don't give to babies between 0 and 20. I like.
Don't give to sad babies. Happy babies, sure, but
yeah. Okay. All that being said, I know I gush about this a lot. It's great. I wouldn't want more than one. I would like to mix it in with a beer here or there, but it wouldn't be my go-to. But I really want to do more of these. All those factors entered into my Untapped equation. This is going to be a 4.0. It's like a 4.1. It's like a new Untapped, it's a 4.1, but it's a 4.0 on an old Untapped.
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Formidable.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta find me a local place that does these fruit smoothie, bubbly seltzers.
There's gotta be one in Asheville or Charlotte.
There's gotta be.
So out of 63 check-ins.
Oh boy. What is the average?
Yeah.
I was hoping that me just asking it to you might have accidentally told me. But it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. 63 check-ins. I think it's gonna be... this is so hard because it's like, it's not even a beer, you know? But it's really good, and it's hard to find. 4.05.
So, higher, actually.
Okay.
4.22.
Whoa, that is crazy.
Wow. It's very, very, very high.
Yeah.
That is extremely high, yeah.
It's got that bubble hype.
Hashtag bubble hype.
Hashtag bubble hype.
What does that leave me, 0.17?
Yeah. 0.17.
I'll at least rate it on the board this time, unlike last time. But yeah, that's cool. 63 check-ins. Hope to be number 64. Here we go. But now that I got this full glass of hazy hard seltzer, Tud, you want to join me drinking over here?
Sure. I mean, yes, I'm going to drink something. I don't know if I'm looking forward to drinking something after the amount of beer that Chris and I have drank over the past week.
Oh, I thought this was a face your beers.
No. This is just Tud's body saying, you got, like, enough booze.
This is what I like to call a Gatorade. You see here I have green.
I can't drink green Gatorade again for a long time. After a couple weeks ago, I had to drink a lot of it.
No.
But Gatorade is so good. Green Gatorade, actually, green and orange. I'm thinking of some.
I'm thinking of some. I have some outside right now. I'm thinking of it right now.
Oh my god! Can you drive some to me?
I'm gonna go grab a green Gatorade.
Can I DoorDash a Gatorade to my house?
4.75.
4.75 out of 52,000 check-ins. Green Gatorade.
Just so we're clear, when you say green Gatorade, I drank a sour apple Gatorade.
Oh no, lemon lime.
Okay.
Lemon lime.
Yellow.
So
yes. Yellow.
Most people would call that yellow. Okay.
Yeah, but the right people call it green.
Yes, the colorblind right people call it green. The normal other wrong people call it yellow.
Exactly. Yes, the wrong people. The wrongs. That's what we like to call them.
After drinking copious amounts of beer, I wanted to go with something a little bit different. So I'm bringing this this drink called 13.5. It is a New England style honey apple wine by Moonlight Meadery.
Interesting.
It's in a slightly bigger. No. It's an apple wine, honey apple wine. So yes, so I guess it would be a mead. By definition, it's a slightly bigger can. It's 13.5% ABV. Oh boy, I did not read
Yeah,
this before.
I was going to say, with a name of 13.5, after Chris's story about his 14% alcohol beer, I'm surprised that you were pulling this one out.
Oh boy. All right. It's out of Loudon. Moonlight Meadery's out of. It's not a face beer though. I'm not afraid of it. It's out of Moonlight Meadery, which is based out of Loudonberry, New Hampshire. And this has a sweet to dry scale on it, and this rates as more sweet than dry, like almost to the max out on the sweet scale. It says freshly pressed, impressively rich apple with honey and natural sugars, conditioned in previously used barrels.
Ooh, I wonder what kind of barrels they were.
Don't know. Doesn't say.
Previously used, though.
Previously used. They could have stored water in the barrels for all I know.
Could have stored other mead. That we just might have been recycling the barrels.
I'm going to go with water.
Okay.
There were water barrels.
Yeah. Nice essence of water in this mead.
Let's see how it pours.
But yeah, props to you. So you said bigger can, just so the audience knows. It's not a 16-ounce can, but it's like a little bit more than 12 ounces.
Yeah, so it's a 3.75 milliliter can.
375 milliliters.
What did I say, 3.75?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. So it's a 375 milliliter can. So it's slightly bigger than 12 ounces, but it's not quite 16. It's probably like 13. I don't really know. Maybe 14.
Only one way to find out. Let's ask Google.
If only we had the power of the Googs.
12.6803 fluid ounces.
Okay. So it is almost 13 ounces of beer. It's slightly bigger.
Oh, Google has this helpful hint. Just so you can know for next time, for the approximate result, divide the volume value by 29.574. So just keep that in the back of your brain. Easy conversion next time.
That's super simple. You should have just told me that. I would have just told us what the answer was, obviously.
Right.
So it poured very see-through, as you would expect a cider to do. Even though it said it was going to be hazy, it's New England style. I thought it was going to be a little bit hazy, but it is very clear. On the nose, it smells like apples. It smells a little bitter, and like it might be a little tangy. Let's dive on in and see what it tastes like.
And I'm drinking, well, you know that you're my friend, and I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
Huh. That is what we would call boozy.
You don't say.
Wow. It's very sweet and very boozy. And it's kind of it kind of dries out your mouth in the back end too. It tastes like a boozy cider. You can get the booze goes away after a couple seconds. On my second and third sips, I don't even taste the booze anymore. It kind of just tastes like a cider. It's very sweet. As I said, it is a honey wine as well. So it's two sweet things combined into one boozy thing, and that's what I got. It is very bubbly. A lot of Pringles on the tongue, and it's a little thick. It's thicker than what I expected it to be when I opened the can and when I poured it. It doesn't look thick. It kind of looks a little thin, but it does coat the mouth very nicely. It leaves you with a refreshing apple flavor. And that's probably the most apple you get. I mean, the rest of it kind of tastes like mead.
So how sweet is it? Like super duper sweet? Because I feel like mead is usually very sweet.
So on the sweet scale, with 1 being water and 10 being sugar, I would put this probably at like a 6. Like it is extremely sweet. Like I said, it's got a little bit of bitterness from the apple, but it's mostly just sweet. It does burn all the way down. Oh boy. My throat is on fire at the moment, guys. But it is a very good, refreshing fall beverage. I could see sitting outside in like an apple orchard, walking around picking apples and drinking this stuff. And I would be.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, I could eat an apple with one hand. Eat an apple in one hand, drink an apple honey wine in another. That sounds like a perfect day.
Well, but then you don't have a third hand to pick the apples with is the problem.
Well, once I'm done with eating the apple I have in my hand, I just throw that on the ground.
Oh, so it's like an all-you-can-eat apple buffet is your idea of what apple picking is.
I mean, I don't know about you, but every time I go apple picking...
Episode title.
Every time I go apple picking, I eat a ton of apples while doing it.
Yeah.
Do you guys not eat apples while apple picking?
No, I do, but I always have the second hand free to pick. I don't have a beverage in it.
So that's why you have a 4-year-old.
Oh, so they do all the picking.
He does all the picking.
Oh, he does the work. Child labor.
You can exactly, yes, and he thinks it's fun.
You're like,
it's
apple
funny.
slave.
Like, I really didn't do a ton of apple picking up until I met Dana, and when we first went, she was like eating apples. And I was like, "You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to like,
you gotta pay for them.
You gotta pay for them." But this most recent time, half a peck of apples
to the face.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
right.
good. I'm pretty sure that I eat like a whole
one.
bushel of apples in an apple picking experience. Like a
I
whole
I
bushel.
I had like 4 or 5 apples, and like normally that's like I eat a couple apples on my work days. That's about it. Like,
I mean, how are you supposed to know what apple you're picking and what it tastes like if you don't try the product?
You gotta sample it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe am I supposed to take a bite
samples.
while it's still on the tree and just leave it hanging? It's like the communal
Oh,
apple.
I kind of want to do that now.
Eat an apple literally off the tree.
Just take a bite and leave it hanging.
Well, it's funny you say that because the name for this cidery, meadery cider, before it was 13.5, it was called How Do You Like Them Apples? And then they changed the name to How About Them Apples? And then they changed it again to 13.5. So, how do you like them apples?
I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's one of the better cider but non-ciders. I think cider but non-ciders that I've had. Like it tastes like a cider, but it's very boozy. It's delicious. Like it reminds me of fall. It's getting me in the mood. It's 65 degrees here. The leaves are gonna start to change. I'm ready for apples. I probably should go apple picking. I think apple season is over. Almost. So I probably should get on that. But this does make me feel like I just picked apples. That and the booziness definitely adds a nice little kick. If I only bought 1 can because it was the only can that the liquor store had. So I'm hoping that I can find more of this stuff. And now I'm going to keep my eyes out for it because now I know. And hopefully they sell it in like a 12-pack because that would be awesome.
Maybe different varieties of honey apple wine.
Yeah, maybe
that'd be
there's
nice.
like Granny Smith apple wine where it's like super tart.
Well, this is interesting because this type of mead, according to Untapped, is known as Cyser, Cyser. And that's a type of mead made with a blend of honey and apple juice fermented together.
Huh.
I did not know that.
That would be a very good hangman word. No one would ever.
That would
get
be.
it.
I have thought about attempting to make a cider. Fun update. Our beer that we brewed last year, almost a year ago, is officially gone.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Kicked it.
So now it's time to make
I gotta
cider.
come back. Gotta come back for brew number 2.
You should. We can make cider. That's what I wanted. I think I want to try making cider.
Yeah. Well, I won't be back in the next couple of weeks when you would normally make cider with apples. So unfortunately, I won't be able to help there. But
I also want to try to make like a
cider.
I want to try to make like a pineapple cider. I think that'd be a good idea.
okay. Just
When's pineapple picking season in Connecticut?
yeah, good question.
It happens for 3 days in July, and that's it.
That's the prelude to the 4th of July festivities. 1, 2, 3,
Correct.
you pick the pineapples. That's why you have the pineapple jack-o'-lanterns for the 4th of July.
Yep. Yeah, with fireworks coming out of the top.
Just like George Washington wanted.
I think that the Untapped. I don't think Untapped's going to be as high as I think it is. I think this is going to be a little too boozy for a lot of people. I think it's going to be a little too sweet for some people too. I also think some people just don't like meads.
4,895 ratings.
Okay.
It's almost 4.9K.
A lot more than my pineapple upside down cake.
Yes, which gives me hope that I'll find more of this too. But yeah, I don't think it's 3. It's got to be somewhere around 3.75 because I can't imagine it being that low because it's good. It's a good drink. I'm gonna say 3.76.
Good enough to get on the board.
Fun fact: that's Connecticut Lisbon phone numbers 376.
That's right. That's a good guess. We all had 376 phone numbers back in the day.
Yep.
And I think I still know both of yours. I won't dox your parents though. 3.72.
Oh wow!
Ooh,
okay.
yeah.
Nicely
Put it on
done.
the board.
Chris, you're gonna fall behind again.
Yeah.
No, I do actually have a pumpkin cider that I've been saving for the podcast. When we eventually get to our pumpkin drinks, it might even be a pre-game. I don't know, because I have a couple pumpkin options for the main show. So I don't know. Haven't decided yet.
Nice.
I love pumpkin stuff.
Are you guys mead fans?
Have not really had mead before.
I like
Okay.
mead. We live down the road from a meadery. I think I've had some of their beer on here. It's like Nordic. I think it's Nordic Moon. I thought I had some on the podcast, but yeah, they're right down the road. I do enjoy mead. It has to be done right, but when it's done right, mead is really, really good.
Right.
Mead is good.
How about you?
Mead is good. Mead is good and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, my experiences with mead are not as vast as they are with, say, beer. But you know, we stopped at a mead place that when we were going to Asheville. It's actually in Black Mountain. I think it's just Black Mountain Meadery. I could be wrong about that, but and it was like really good, but it was like not your typical like 14-15% mead. It was like
Not your mom's
sort
mead.
of like, yeah, not your mama's mead. It was sort of like maybe like the honey apple wine that you were talking about, where it's like it was a mixture of that plus a number of different adjuncts to add some flavors to it. Super cool. If you ever have a chance to go to like a craft meadery, I highly suggest it.
Yeah, the place down the road does like rose hips and like a lot of different like wildflowers and stuff like that into their mead. I don't know if they do other fruits. Maybe I should ask him to do like a apple mead, because he is very open to suggestions. I'm gonna check that out and see what I can do. Maybe he'll add in some like cocoa nibs and like some like vanilla and some marshmallow, and maybe we can get a mead stout.
That doesn't sound good, but
No.
who knows? Like I said, I haven't had a lot of mead, so. I think Chris is trying to plug his laptop in.
Yes, I am. It's not going well.
I can also see that. Chris is being attacked by a cord monster. Please stand by.
Roar, cord monster.
Well, this is the other end, so we'll just
You
leave
know-
the cord monster intact.
If
Do this.
If everything in the world was wireless charging, the world would be a better place. I think you could solve all wars with wireless charging.
It's a bold take.
All right,
You could say the Earth is wirelessly charged from the sun. in a
there you
way.
go. It's like Superman. The Earth is Superman. Spoilers. All right.
All right.
Well,
So now that I went, Chris, what are you drinking?
so I guess this is a show of alternate drinking types.
Non-beer show. Non-beer, but on
Non-beer
Untapped.
show. Yeah. Yes. Because
Well, we hope.
as I alluded to earlier, packing up beer, part of me was like, forgot to set one aside for the podcast. Luckily, we still have beverages. And I'm actually going to be reviewing a hard seltzer today.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I haven't done one of these before on the show, but they are very tasty. I'm burying the lead here, but these are made by Funky Buddha. We've all heard of them. It's their premium hard seltzer. And
Funky Buddha. Funky Buddha.
this is their tropical mango guava.
Ooh.
So Funky Buddha is a brewery. I don't remember where they're out of, but do you know, Ted?
I
sure
can
it'll
look
tell
it
me.
up.
Well,
I
yeah,
can look it up.
you said that
Oakland,
we've all heard
Oakland
of them.
Oakland Park, Florida.
I've never seen this before.
You've never heard of Funky Buddha?
No, I don't think we get it in
okay.
Montana.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. It's out of Florida.
It's like the second furthest state. Third farthest? I don't know.
Apparently, I've had their beer before, so I've heard of it.
Todd's had their beer. But anyways, so we picked up this mix pack, and I have only seen it in back home in North Carolina, so I don't know how far it distributes. And I'm not gonna lie, I may have checked this in on Untapped before, so that I'm not sure on.
Ooh.
So it may be
Might be joining Todd down here.
yeah with the with the asterisk. No, I may have checked it in. It may have slipped my mind. I don't remember, but either way, I'm lucky I had this in the fridge after I packed up all my beer, and Yeah, and there's some other variants.
Cheating.
Like
you checked it in. Not only did you check it in before, you checked it in this year.
No, I know. We only got them not that long ago. But there's so the ones that I remember, there's like a mandarin orange, there's the key lime cherry, there's like a pink grapefruit, and then of course the tropical mango guava. So let's see how I remember it compared to my old untapped score from millions of years ago.
Oh, but I don't know if we can allow him to rate this.
You got a drop for us? Because I have thoughts on that too.
Yes, hang on. I do have a drop for you.
I was up front. I could have lied. I could have hidden the fact that I it's no beer, though. We have no beer. There's no beer. Excuse me, listeners. There's no beer.
It's a beer-free episode.
This is a beer-free episode. This drop does not count. There. I like seltzer. I was up front with it. I said I think I checked. There's also no titties. No titties and no beer.
False. You have titties.
One thing for sure, everybody loves titties.
Anywho, this is a very flavorful seltzer. You definitely a little bit sweeter than some of the other like straight up Trulies or
Pineapple upside down cakes.
Pineapple upside down cakes.
I disagree.
No, it's a little bit sweeter than those, but it's not like a fake sweetness. I mean, it probably technically is because it's only 5% juice.
No sugar.
Yeah. But it is very, very good. You know, nice, light, refreshing. You get hit pretty hard with the mango and the guava. It's a very nice like balance. Like, you know, if you're outside looking for something to drink on a hot summer day, which obviously we are no longer in those days anymore, but
it's a good lawn mowing seltzer.
Which you still need to do if you live in the Carolinas, I think.
Yeah. Well,
I just mowed my lawn this past week. Still growing.
You have all that rain. We stopped mowing our lawn here in like July.
It's raining right now. Literally right now. It's raining. Can confirm. But I mean, it's like the whole line. This, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was my favorite of the entire line. But the whole line is kind of the same way. It's like very, you know, it tastes, even though it contains 0% juice, it tastes like you get a really good burst of flavor of the mango. You can tell the mango and the guava and the tropical, I guess. But like it's a nice you know, seltzer to have on hand. It's one of the better seltzers that I've had, and I've had many different brands of seltzer. So you
are like the resident seltzer expert of the pod.
I enjoy seltzers.
He's the seltzpert for sure.
I'm the seltzpert. Yeah, I enjoy them. You know, it's something, you know, easy drinking. It's something that, you know, if you're, you know, streaming for a long time and you don't want to just continue to drink beer, you can have a seltzer to break things up. I don't know. I enjoy them. I don't poo-poo on them at all. So, this is 4.5% alcohol, so not quite as potent as the Trulies, but
yeah, it's like Tud's mead minus my seltzer equals yours.
There you go. Yes,
that's good. That's what we call drinking math.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it's good. I enjoy it. I don't remember what I gave it on Untapped.
Sure. Yep.
I don't know if it was a 3.75 or a 4.
I wanted Obert's thoughts on this. He said he had some thoughts.
If I had to guess, I gave it a 4 because this is pretty good. So that's what I'm going to give it now. Right now, it's a 4. It may have been a 3.75.
And now here you go cheating. What out of 747 rankings, Chris? What did Untapped rate this seltzer? As Chris gets it 100% correct.
If I get it 100% correct, listen, I deserve it. Okay. Well, when did I check it in? I know I checked it this year, but it was.
I can't tell you. I will tell you that after you give me a guess.
Okay. It's like it was months ago at least, I think.
Definitely at least 30 days ago.
It was at least 30 days ago. I know that. I don't know. Seltzers normally don't do great on Untapped. 3.7? No, yeah. That's what I meant to say. Well, I almost said 4. I thought I said 4.7.
Final. It's your final answer.
3.7. Yes.
3.70. Lock it in.
Yes.
Okay, Regis, what do we got?
He is wrong. 3.47.
Okay. So very clearly, I didn't remember what it was rated.
It's a good thing we had avoided that whole Chris in a box in honk jail down here.
Honk jail. Chris, you checked it in on May 11th of 2021.
Okay.
And at the time, you gave it a 3.75.
Okay. So I could see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. It wasn't quite hot enough yet. Well, actually, in North Carolina, it was, but like.
You also checked it
summer.
in at 3 a.m.
Well,
it's when he does his best check-ins, you know. After a long night of drinking, you just go back through all the empty cans in a haze,
and you try to remember what they are. Yep, just check them in. So, but yeah, but there you go.
See, that 3 a.m. is crucial information. If he got like 0.02, I'd be like, not sure to give him a tally. But then if you told me it was 3 a.m., I'd be like, he's not remembering that average. But no, Tud earns a tally. I'm going to put it on the board. Honk, 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 honk.
Tud returns, and Tud goes 2-0.
I feel like this should be like a special tally mark, because this was not beers, you know? This was like... it should be like you're the best at not drinking beer.
It's rated on Untapped. The reason I did not bring the thing I was going to drink last week is because I wanted to try to get another tally mark. Now, maybe next week, I will show up with the thing that I wanted to drink last week.
Take that foot off the pedal. Yeah.
So Tud is admitting the fact that he checks Untapped before he records to make sure it's on there.
No, you guys checked last week and told me that it wasn't there.
Is Oktoberfest-a-Palooza. We got to get it in. Those Oktoberfest doors are closing.
That is true.
Well, no, because there is no Oktoberfest, so...
Yeah, I choose we celebrate Oktoberfest-a-Palooza in February.
You guys are killing me. I got this beer. It's been sitting in my fridge for like 6 weeks. I've been so excited for this beer.
By the
next
way,
week,
Chris and I learned that
Palooza 3.
Chris and I learned that we might have the same. We might have had the same beer ready for Oktoberfest-a-Palooza.
Well, that'll be interesting. Yeah.
So next week, Oktoberfest-a-Palooza 3, I think.
Yeah, the return.
Electric Boogaloo
return
2.
The Jedi.
Return to the Jedi 3. Boogaloos.
Okay, but I guess it's that time. We whip out our Frosty mug of wisdom from the freezer. We take it out. We fill it up with things we like / love, products, video games, electronics, computer accessories in some people's cases. Who knows? We'll find out what we're going to get. On the Frosty mug of wisdom, Jordan, take it away.
Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Test your handle. Mug of wisdom! Drink. Mug of wisdom!
All right, Jordan, thank you.
So
I
do have a question.
Wreck My Podcast. Check him out there. Subscribe. 5 stars after you rate us. Tud, man of the people, honk, honk, honk. What did you have to say?
I've got a question. When he says, finish that something, what does he say? I've been wondering this for months.
I think it's listener interpretation. I interpret it as like, finish up the bottle. Finish up the bottle.
See, and I think I hear finish half the bottle. And I'm like, well, what do I do with the rest of it, Jordan?
Yeah. I think the first half you're supposed to drink in your beer review. Yeah. So it's like, not finish. Don't leave half in the glass. Just, you should only have half left and finish that half.
Huh. I don't know.
It's a mystery. We'll never figure it out.
It's a mystery.
No.
It's a mystery.
If only we knew the person who recorded the song. Never in my life have I ever been unsure of lyrics and able to ask the artist what they were. So
it's true.
It's like in Another One Bites the Dust, where he goes, "I'm adopted," and like no one really knows what he's saying.
He's
Like,
adopted, clearly.
Yeah, he's adopted.
That's what you think, but no lyric site can confirm that's what it is.
Google will tell you that he's a doctor, but he's actually adopted.
But that's what it is.
Call a doctor.
Ooh, maybe it's called the doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Quandary.
Random poll. Tud. MOP semicolon T exclamation point.
I will go first. I've got a handle. I want to use it.
I swear to God, if you steal my handle, I'll be upset.
Is it the same thing that we were talking about buying the other day?
I don't know.
Because that's not my handle this week.
Okay.
My handle this week is for a select population of our listeners, but I feel like it's for those who are nearest and dearest to my heart, and those are the Connecticut people. Connecticut people, you are listening to the sound of Tud's voice. On the day this podcast was released, which is October 7th, 2021, sports betting sports betting is now legal in the state of Connecticut. And as of today, you can bet from your phone. So go head on over to your app store, whether it's Google, whether it's Apple, or I guess if you still have a Windows phone, go to the Windows App Store and download the DraftKings or FanDuel Sportsbook app. And then you'll be able to, if you play like daily fantasy football or daily fantasy sports, your balance will carry over to that site. So you can actually bet on both apps with the same balance. But starting today, you can make bets anywhere in the state from your phone. So head on over now and have fun. And please remember to gamble responsibly.
Okay, thanks for that disclaimer. What's your hot tip for the week? What should they be putting their money on? What game on Sunday?
I think you got to bet the Cardinals. They're the hottest team in football.
The football Cardinals. Okay, good.
Yeah, the football Cardinals.
the birds.
Yeah, I was about to bet
you could also
the baseball Cardinals.
Well, you could also bet on the baseball Cardinals because they are the hottest team in baseball as well. So, either way you go,
Cardinal
if you bet
Palooza.
on a red bird named a cardinal, you're probably guaranteed to win. But
Can I parlay red bird teams? And
you actually could. It probably actually would improve your odds because they're probably both extremely favored in their matchups. For this week.
What is the Connecticut women's basketball team? They're the Sun. They're the Phoenix.
No, the Sun. They're in the championship as well.
But they're not a red bird. I thought they were a Phoenix. Never mind. Yeah, it's a bad joke.
No.
Any other red birds we could parlay in there? I think we're out.
Well, there's the Hawks that are in Atlanta. They're red.
Atlanta Falcons.
Atlanta Falcons are red.
I mean, their logo's
red.
Bird
red.
itself.
Yeah.
Yes. From what I know about Falcons,
Falcons
like
are not red. A red-breasted falcon is.
But you've heard it here first, folks. This week, the red birds are going to be hot.
Red birds are hot. Let's go.
And also bet against every team bet on every team that's playing the Colts because they might be the worst football team. In the NFL.
We won yesterday. Thank you very much. In decisive fashion.
Well, yes, you're right. But I still would bet against the Colts. Make your money doing that. Bet against the Jaguars too. So that's my handle. Bet on sports, Connecticut people. Enjoy. Please play responsibly. Just like drinking responsibly, you want to play responsibly as well. I'm going to hand the mug off to... I'm going to go Chris. It's always fun to make Chris sweat a little bit.
Give him that Oreo treatment. He's our cream.
Normally I go first. So I want to put over...
You're not passing this week?
No, not this week. This week I actually have. I thought of one. But I wish I should get a pass. I
think I should put, for our Patreon members, I should put the 7 minutes of audio that I had edited out of Chris being like, I don't have a handle. I can't think of a handle. I don't know. I can't do it.
You can hear Obert's frustration building in the back of this audio. Head on over to patreon.com/DAWF podcast to hear that. Because that is audio gold.
Yeah. I mean, it was a tired and drunken Chris that couldn't think of anything.
But not this week.
Not this week. This week's a little bit different. So
now you're just going to tired, Chris.
I am tired, but I am awake.
He does his best work when he's tired.
Yeah, or worst. I don't know.
That's your only work. It's all you do is you're always tired. That's my secret, Captain.
So this is this one kind of ties in with Tuds, right? So first off, now it's multiple steps, but it'll all pay off in the long run. First off, you need
Venmo Tud all your money.
And then you need to travel to the future, 50 years in the future. Go to a bookstore and you buy a sports almanac, right? Get back in your DeLorean. You go back to the present. Then you start using the legalized sports betting to amass a fortune over the next 50 years. So you're welcome.
Step
I'm
2,
glad that I was here.
Cut a hole in the box.
and then somehow you're in the Wild West. But anyways, so I've recently become obsessed, I guess is a word, with another.
That is a word.
Yep, that is a word. With another Broadway musical that I would like to put over. And it's an older one, but as we knew, Hamilton kind of broke me out of my shell of Broadway musicalisms. But I would like to put over the Broadway musical of Wicked. I don't know if you guys have seen or heard any of the music from this.
I have seen Wicked.
At all.
No.
You have? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Providence.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a big musical guy.
See, I part of me's like, it took me so long, and then I was like, oh, Hamilton was really, really good, and now I'm listening to like other musicals. I'm like, oh, musicals are really good. Like, why didn't I do this? But I've fallen in love with Wicked over the last, honestly, 6 weeks probably. And I listened to the soundtrack on repeat, in the car, like I did with Hamilton. And I've been looking up videos online. We unfortunately have not gone and seen it yet, but it's on the to-do list because Broadway and stuff are everything's opening back up finally. But I've seen some performances, like bootleg performances, online on the YouTubes, which I'm sure it doesn't do it justice, but.
Are they bootleg performances or bootleg recording of legitimate performances? Because I'm just imagining people like
I like the bootleg performances better.
Of Wicked, just in a
that's
back alley.
Yeah, they have to legally change the name. There's Wimba, and
it's on YouTube Kids, and for some reason, one of the people's wearing a Spider-Man costume.
But I've really enjoyed listening to the music, and it's really funny. I started listening to just the soundtrack, and in my mind trying to put together the plot points that are happening throughout the musical, and then I of course, because I'm me, we were reading through the plot points, and I was like, oh my god, there's so much that isn't mentioned in the songs that happens in the musical. So but the songs are great. The performances are amazing, and I don't believe that people can sing that good. But I'm working on it. One of these days, I'll be Elphaba.
Chris returns to Broadway.
My return to Broadway.
But I like to believe that Chris doesn't know that other musicals exist, and he's only discovered these 2 musicals. And he's like, hey guys, have you heard about these really good things called musicals? There's 2 of them that exist in the whole world.
Guys heard about these musicals? Here's my mini handle for Chris for tomorrow. Spotify, throw on musical set radio, whatever the equivalent of Spotify playlists. Yeah, get a good musical playlist. You might find some bangers on there, and then get a whole show that you might enjoy. I loved going to the theater when I could before, in the pre-COVID days, especially when I lived in Connecticut. Some great theater there. I actually saw Terrence Mann in theaters at the Yukon Repertory Theater, and now he's on a TV show that I watch. So,
what show is that?
That's cool.
Foundation on Apple TV.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen a musical in person, except for one time I saw Rock of Ages. That was the only time I've ever seen a musical in person. I understand that I live really, really close to Broadway. I've only been once.
Yeah. I did go with my family to PPAC, Providence Performing Arts Center, a couple of times to see some good shows. We saw the Queen one the Queen rock opera, which is good. We saw Wicked, which is really good. I enjoy it. I think live performance is, in my mind, just like 100 times better than movies, because I don't know, the emotions are so much more real when you're seeing the people there in person, in my mind.
Right.
And
Chris,
again, that singing is just incredible to hear in a theater.
Chris, I have another musical for you that I have seen, but I saw it on TV. Have you seen the movie Grease? I hear it's a musical, and I hear people really like it.
I have seen Grease. So I have seen Grease. I knew about that musical. Yes, that one I've seen. There's also apparently, maybe I'll save it. Maybe I'll watch it and save it for another handle. But there's one on Netflix someone recommended to me.
Grease 2.
I'm Grease 2. Greasier Lightning. But anyways, check out Wicked. Defying Gravity is an amazing song. And but Obert, fill her up.
Final handle.
Final handle.
And Todd, you were right. It was something we talked about, both purchasing together. And I can confirm it was a worthy purchase. I just spent $40 buying a video game that I've owned for a decade or two. Blizzard just released Diablo 2 Resurrected, where they...
that's not where I thought you were going with this.
Okay. Well, they took Diablo 2 and they upgraded the graphics, changed a few things, but mostly left the game untouched. And we released it for $40. And I bought it because a lot of the people who I used to play Diablo 2 with when I was in high school and college bought it. And it's a great game.
I'm one of those people, but I did not buy it.
That's why I thought it was going to be your handle. I noticed that. Let's see if I can... Oh, I don't think I have it open. I could tell you the last time that you were online, Ted, and it's going to tell me how many years ago you were last online.
For Blizzard? Oh, forever.
For Battle.net, yeah.
What about me?
Yeah, we'll see. But it's a fun game. I had to get in now because everybody's playing, and you got to stay up with your friends the same level. So I got to just catching up to do. But I've been having fun. If you've never played Diablo 2 before, you can pass this handle. This is only for someone who's like, yeah, I heard they were redoing that. Was it any good? I can say, yeah, it's exactly what you would expect. Yeah. It says you've been offline, Tud, for 7 months.
So
Chris,
somebody stole my account.
Chris, cool. Your brother's playing WoW right now. So
not surprised at all.
Yeah. I don't see you, Chris. Maybe we're not friends, but
how are we not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna download it right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy the game right now too. Should I get it on PC or should I get it on Switch?
I don't know about the Switch. Ben bought it for console, and he said the consoles were pretty good. They were pretty good.
I mean, the Switch would be cool because I can travel around with it too.
Right.
And play it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's for you to decide. Yeah, I'd say Switch. You probably play it most on Switch, right?
I don't know.
Caitlin's watching TV. You're just playing Diablo. I don't know.
Sure, I could also play on my laptop. I'm sure it's not super intensive from a graphical standpoint.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my handle. Check it out. Diablo 2 Resurrected. That's it. That's our show. Thanks for listening. Tud, give us that sweet outro juice. Give us a squeeze from that outro fruit.
So with that, we'd like to thank you all for listening. We'd like to thank the breweries who provided today's drinks on this non-beer version of Drinking Alone with Friends. I will go first and thank Moonlight Meadery for their 13.5 honey apple wine.
I would like to thank Funky Buddha for their Tropical Mango Guava Premium Hard Seltzer.
Ooh, I want to thank Bozeman Bubbles Company for their Pineapple Upside Down Cake Hazy Hard Seltzer.
Please make sure you head over to social media everywhere and follow us at DAWF Podcast. Also make sure you follow the email at dawfpodcast@gmail.com. Please make sure you head over to Discord and join the conversation over there. And please make sure you head over to Patreon and subscribe for as little as $1 a month. You get some extra stuff, including Chris's 7-minute rant last week about not having a handle. It's definitely very interesting, and you can listen to Obert slowly lose his mind over the course of 7 minutes.
Into madness.
Also, please make sure that you head over to wherever you get your podcasts and download and subscribe, and also tell your friends to download and subscribe as well, and head over to Apple Podcasts and leave a 5-star rating, and a review because it really helps other people find this podcast. With that, my name's Tud, and stay tuned next week for Oktoberfestapalooza when we dive in to Oktoberfest beers.
My name's Chris, and stay tuned next week for me here. I'm here too.
And I'm Obert, and I will also be here.
Oktoberfest, Oktoberfest, Oktoberfest.
And remember, if you're drinking alone, do it with friends.
Oktoberfest of Palooza.
That threw me off.
Oktoberfest of Palooza.
So we gotta do that every outro now. Stay tuned next week for
an episode that we're definitely gonna have.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
What bad time is it?
Are you looking forward to not drinking for the next couple days, Chris?
Yes. I'm looking. You know what I'm not looking forward to? Driving for 14 hours tomorrow.
I forgot it's a. Well, no. We did the Tennessee drive. I never did the North Carolina drive.
Yeah, it's a long one. Not quite as long as Tennessee.
Nick and Dan can tell you that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I forgot that they had to do.